this is Jesse the Body Ventura. Well, I'll tell you what. Times have been tough, no doubt about it. Tough on all of us. But you know what? So be it. It's the season now to look, smile, and love each other. And there at the Workers Club, you're doing just that. The Workers Club. I love the name.
I hit record. It's the Workers Club. It's Wilson, Larry, it's Gus, and everyone is in varying. Everyone's dealing with something of various stages and issues. Some serious, some not. But we're going to do it. We persevere. We fight on. Any house business or anything like that, Larry?
No, I'm pretty disconnected from everything.
Gus?
Yeah, I'm checked out.
Gus says we have to have a timeout because he has to watch his boy speak to the Congress, so he needs to wrap this up. He said he can't miss a minute. He's got his Ukraine tie on and his pin. Okay.
If you listen, this is one problem I had yesterday. I got there at 4. Okay.
Where?
To the hospital.
See,
4 p.m.
No.
I hadn't eaten or drank anything because I was in bed all day trying to, not move.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they got me stabilized, and it's like 6, and I'm fucking dying of hunger and thirst,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can I get a glass of water? And she's like, I don't know. I'll have to ask the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a glass of water until 9:30.
Did your wife at least maybe take like a little and then put like a little droplets of waters on your lips and you're like, oh, I'm so parched. Oh, thank you. Nothing like that? Not even ice chips?
No.
The guy can't get ice chips? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Should we do anything like what's our email? Does anybody ever email us outside the Fed people? No.
Well, the doctor did.
Yeah, the theworkersclubshow at gmail.com.
Yep.
We got to get that. We got an LLC, and we got to get that website up, and we got to...
The website's up.
Well, I mean, like, get it up, like, put stuff, like, more stuff on it, and, like, try to get in this Fightful, let's get in the Fightful game.
Oh, you want to have your... Well, you could think about that, Gus, if you could embed Wilson's ridiculous Blue Sky news updates.
Oh, shoot, I forgot to put that in mutants. Hold on.
Which, honestly, you're like 20 likes away from becoming a legitimate news source on the internet.
I know. I reel them in sometimes. No, I liked this. No, the Jamie Hayter. This is just this afternoon, 3:07 p.m. Where Sean Ross dropped a update coming to FightfulSelect.com today regarding Jamie Hayter. She quote tweeted him, "I'll save you all the cash and the concern. Just getting a new visa. No big deal. No issues."
Wow, good for her.
Sean's probably just like, bitch.
How
is this bad for Tony?
I'll save this for other stuff too. I was gonna say, should we talk? Is AEW trending up? Is it going up? Is it making a comeback slowly but surely, brick by brick?
2 good weeks to me, and then I don't know about the last 2.
It's a slow climb.
You guys catch ESPN's First Take the other morning?
I was stuck at an airport. Yes, I did. I was locked in.
Apparently, John Cena's heel now. Heard it on First Take. I don't know if anyone else saw that.
Um, we're back, fam.
Yes, AEW is on the uptake. I'm very much looking forward to the show on.
I'm
the
gonna
weekend.
blow Meltzer up because he deleted it, the coward. But Dave Meltzer putting out there that essentially that The Rock has come in once again and completely took Paul. What do you got here? WrestleMania booking plans. That's interesting. And then just whatever he wants to do. And as Larry was pointing out, The Rock has no wrestling instincts whatsoever. What an idea. Cody heel. That's fun. Just like what was the other one when he came back last year? Oh, it's not Cody Roman. Nobody wants that. Rock Roman. Okay. All right. So is he like who?
Post 99, maybe 2000, Rock always had an opposite reaction. When he went babyface, he'd be too fucking goofy and he'd get booed. And then he'd be so fucking badass when he turned heel, people would cheer him. And he'd get over on the faces.
I always think about, what's so funny is that The Rock has this long history of raising his eyebrow. Not, well, one, yes, the go-to thing, but he does it also when, is that from that he's always confused about the crowd reaction, so he raises an eyebrow? And that's where it started, because you have it when you have.
Remember when he had to hold up Roman's hand at that Rumble.
Yes, that's the greatest.
Oh, man.
It was like someone stuck dog shit under his nose, and that was the reaction he was making.
Interesting.
It was very much Whitey Ford in the pretzel barrage.
I guess.
No one even Dave Meltzer. No one asked CM Punk. No one even considered him.
And Punk Seth is such a.
They're eternally locked in.
Promos and who cares?
It's better than the Shield triple threat because really CM Punk made the Shield, so it's better than if Moxley was going to be in it.
We gotta have to listen. We're gonna have to listen to a Punk promo where he tells Roman,
Maybe
you
should bring up Chris
be
Hero,
here.
Yeah, what's Chris?
Really
Hero?
make this a shoot angle.
You talking about the guy that broke up the Jack Perry CM Punk fight?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Did you see that CM Punk called Rock bald? Guy's been bald for 100 years.
I don't think he would tell you he was bald.
You think The Rock is? You said you're bald to The Rock. He'd raise an eyebrow.
When you shave it clean, you save the mystique of if you could grow it or not. So you can lie about it forever. Really,
I would love to see The Rock try and grow out some hair and just see what that looks like.
Just right over his ears.
Yeah. How far back is that starting? Like here? Like right here? The fucking Rock. And then, okay, look, Larry, I had one bugaboo with the Punk promo, and just one, the one. He said, I've never been so delusional to carry around a title or something that, he's talking about is like People's Champion, the Muhammad Ali title, I believe, right? That's what he's talking about. Like he's basically calling him a mark
so
for
Punk
himself.
was shooting on everybody, not just Seth.
No, yeah, he started off on The Rock, and then he went to Cena.
Okay.
And then he had a line that he had written out. He had one of those.
I fell asleep before watching the Men's Chamber. So I didn't see that play out. And then I saw the final angle on YouTube.
Yeah. No, I just, when he said that, I flashed to when he was in AEW and he came back and he was like, I gotta have the world title. And he had it in a bag. And he kept wanting to bring it out and show it and wear it. And then they were saying, please stop.
Maybe
this
he was
isn't
being
happening.
funny then.
I had two bugaboos. Two. He said, he left WWE and he walked through hell to get back here. And I was like, and everything you want except for Jack Perry listening to you is hell. My definition of hell is
10 years on the couch, 1 year of working.
yeah, pretty much. Well,
Hey, did you see the Becky Lynch tweet about Roxanne
what? No, what was that?
implying a Punk Roxanne thing?
What?
It was like because Punk said, "Come get your man,"
Yeah.
so she tweeted to Roxanne, "Come get your man," or something like
Oh,
that.
shit.
And I saw like some mutants being like, "This is very disrespectful for fanning the flames of this rumor."
God, Shotto wasn't. Usually, isn't it Cora Jade that all the mutants get in and go, "Hey, oh, we, oh." We've never said one thing. We've always just said it's very cool and it's
Punk's got
very,
taste.
yeah. And you know,
We want to go down the list.
Haven't we done that before?
I can't remember. Do you think he ever called that one gal back that him and Joe bullied out of the business, abused out of the business? He ever called her and said sorry about that? I'm wizened now. Now I know that was wrong.
Women's rights.
I'm sure he called her to sign an NDA.
He takes a picture of him wearing he's got a pussy hat on, the thing that they're wearing at the front of the Trump thing, just sends it to her. Look, I'm an ally. Well, now Larry is wheezes, so now he's going to mute himself every time he wheezes. That's one of my favorite parts of the show is Larry coughing and wheezing. Okay, last we left off with Hogan. Oh, I should say this about the Hogan. I was trying to read this the other night, get through it, and was straight up falling asleep while I read it. And I think this is something that Hogan uses on people, where he's talking to you, and he's lulling you, and he's saying anyways, and in fact, and you're just nodding off. You're finding you're nodding, and you just want the conversation to be over, and you're just agreeing to whatever. I definitely was like, oh, it was mind numbing me. Anybody else like that when they read this Hogan stuff, where they start going, whoa,
I mean, it's getting worse.
I'm in a trance. Well,
have we gotten to the part where he talks about the IBM?
nope. This is this.
Oh, yeah, it's coming up right now. Great.
Yep.
Okay, I love
Here we
this.
go.
I want feedback on this.
Well, last we left him, the Stossel thing, where
International
Stossel, Stossel has just shown
You know what's
Hulk Hogan a
funny?
razor blade.
Is at the end, Hogan says, "I saw the slap. It would have done damage."
Yeah.
And years later, Stossel said it was just psychosomatic, that nothing happened to his ear. He was
Yes.
just faking it for the lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think? No, I guess Gus is here now. Do you think John Stossel on the streets of New York brought out a razor blade to Hulk Hogan? Said, "What do you think this is?" It's a razor blade. Yeah, you ever cut yourself with something like this? No.
I'm
Sounds
going to
pretty
say that,
masochistic.
yes, now that I've corroborated the Mike Sharp story, I believe everything.
I know.
Hogan's
Whenever
batting
we-
1,000.
Whenever
Yeah.
we read these books, we'll go, "Oh, that's bullshit," and then we'll find one thing that's oddly true.
Listen, reporters get weird, at least during this era, maybe not so much anymore, but I think the existence of pro wrestlers and people making money off of this, they feel like they have a mission from God duty to stop this farce.
Yeah. Do you believe Hogan
They get a
ran
little crazy.
Do you believe Hogan ran to a payphone and called up Vince and said, "Brother, we got a problem. He's trying to find out if it's for fake or real."
Or do you think he actually saw Vince McMahon Sr.'s bloody piss?
Yeah, that was another one. Did you think? This is gonna prove that Gus doesn't.
I mean,
listen.
that's just the thing, just thinking oh, the boss walked in and you're just yeah, I wonder what he's up to. And then
You stare at his stream. Why would you be?
Yeah, did they lock eyes? We
Unless
didn't
he
really
was,
see
2 years back is to him.
screaming and
That's- yeah, that's
agony.
Well, I thought it was profile. Because, the urinal.
okay.
Yeah, probably profile. Was he making any noise?
See, if it's from
Right,
behind,
maybe,
and
like-
if it's from behind and it's a long urinal, that'd be a good view.
Yeah.
Hulk's also a tall guy, and if it's a short divider,
I'll just
gotta
peeks over
either-
the top, sees the blood, and gets all nervous.
What if?
Brother.
that's what elementary school.
Oh my God.
sometimes. I mean, you're in the elementary school gym bathroom, and
Yeah, that's true. Allentown, yeah.
yeah,
Oh my God, that ice looks like a red snow cone. God damn, he's sick. Fuck.
He's got cancer. He's dying. I need to know this.
No, I gotta go tell Pat. Pat, I don't feel comfortable telling Vince this. You're his best friend. Damn. Golden shower. Blood. Yikes. The load. Before Hulk beat the Iron Sheik.
I think Gus also missed my reading of Linda's book,
Oh.
which I will bring up again to see if anything correlates.
Okay.
It was mainly just their first time having sex.
okay.
Yeah. Hogan doesn't remember.
No.
Linda
Both
does.
agree that he did fall asleep with a steak in his hand.
See?
Fake.
Yeah, he said he woke up with holding a steak in his hand, and he assumes that he was just trying to gnaw on a steak and passed out.
That's awesome.
What else in that one? You missed then. Yeah, he was confused about a wedding. Essentially, he spent the day being confused. Back in the day, Hulk says that the company, the WWF, had the success had rested on 6 or 8 pairs of shoulders, and that's where I wrote Bruno had 8 shoulders.
No, they had Pedro for the Puerto Ricans and Baron Michael Cicluna.
He says, well, now he says now. Give me one more ethnic name.
one more ethnic name. Professor Toro Tamako.
There you go. Now with Hogan as the champion, the load was placed squarely on the back of one guy, me, Hulk Hogan. And because of what happened in the garden, him beating the Sheik, wrestling was red hot. So hot, they decided to run 2 shows. Anything from you guys? Now we had A and B shows. Okay.
Yeah, that's
The
legit.
wrestlers used to, well, it started after.
They might have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the wrestlers used to check their booking sheets to see if he was on their show, because they would make better
'cause
money.
they weren't even national yet when Hogan beat Sheik.
No.
I mean, Hogan's first show with them was in St. Louis, which they had just recently taken over.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't believe, maybe 85, they probably split crews. And then I think 86, they had 3.
Yeah. I remember in Brett's book, didn't he bring up that or did he call into question that Hogan, it's we're on a Hogan show, we'll make
No, he
more
loved Hogan's shows.
money. Loved Hogan. Yes, okay. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to remember, if he was trying to I think what
And
I'm
that
thinking
he
of,
said Hogan would usually go on before the intermission, and then the Hearts
Right.
would close the show. Or
right.
something like that. I don't know. I feel like Brett had a story about that.
I might be also thinking of that when people started accusing Brett of their paydays being less when he was champion, that he took issue with that. Or something along those lines.
I don't remember him confronting that, actually.
I feel like he said something like,
Just about being better than Sean.
that might have been it. or that he had heard murmurs. He didn't believe that he'd heard murmurs that people wished Hogan was champion again or something like that because everybody was walking up to him saying what great matches he was having. You know, it was one of those things.
Yeah, I can't beat my kids, but really put a 5-star classic out there for the people of.
Remember when Hulk was like, I grew up watching the Samoans or whatever he said? That was stupid.
Dusty.
Oh, Dusty.
Yeah.
That's right, Dusty. That was that's the vibe when Brett would say like a wrestler that was 10 years older than him is walking up and being like, "You're my favorite wrestler. I love your match. That one match you had in whatever town." It's like, what? So I was running hard, brother. It was crazy. It was out of control. If I was wrestling in St. Louis, I'd have to make a stop in Atlanta to take a TV station.
I don't know why he does
if I'm wrestling in St. Louis, I'd have to make a stop in Atlanta to take a TV station manager to lunch, then stop again somewhere in Missouri at a children's hospital. There's a couple times in this chapter that he makes lists that are so funny. Sometimes I would go to 3 or 4 different places before I finally got to the place where I was going to wrestle. Here's the list. Prisons, TV interviews, shopping centers, the whole 9 yards. And I wrote, why is Vince sending him to prisons? They can't go to the show and they have one TV. I'm assuming this. They got a Nielsen box on that TV? What's going on?
It's a good pub. Or maybe he was just visiting Ken Patera in there. And Masa Saito.
He's passing messages to Saito.
Then
Saito's gonna sing.
I know Vince is sending them there to give money to them or fill their commissary card or whatever so that they stay quiet.
Their legacy costs.
Yeah. I had to walk into a dressing room with 20 wrestlers and be able to fit in on a very barbaric level with these men. And then the next morning, I'd have to attend a business meeting with 1,000 people from IBM and tell them about pro. So Hulk Hogan to say, so he's in the wrestling locker room, and then he's now in front of 1,000 people at IBM, attending a business meeting, and he's going to tell them about pro rata shares, buy rates, satellite revenue, merchandising, ancillary rights, and business plans. Is he wearing a suit or is he dressed like Hulk Hogan? Let's have.
Why is he like teaching like a collegiate level?
Oh man. And then I'd have to go meet with a group of women and then a group of children. And this is so funny. I mean, I know it's 2003, and in each case, I had to talk to them with them on a certain level. So you see the gals, you got to probably bring it down a little bit, talk to them like how ladies like to be talked to. But then you go in the dressing room and the other guys, the other wrestlers, be like, "What'd you do today? Fly on a private plane?" And then they want to talk about the flipping match they're gonna do, and he was just over it. Jesus Christ, I'll just see you on the ring, brother. I'll tell you out there. And sometimes they would lock me up in a room for 12 hours. And he's doing 200 to 300 3-minute radio interviews. I had that Muhammad Ali rap, but I related each interview to a particular town. And then he goes through, he lists the town. If I was in Los Angeles, I'd say I was with a hippie. If I was in St. Louis, I'm doing pull-ups on the arch. If I'm in Chicago, I'm throwing lightning bolts from the Sears Tower. It was like sitting in a sauna. In fact, I used to sweat so much that the dye from my leather championship belt used to turn my yellow trunks brown.
That's such...
Vince McMahon was buying 10 or 12 heavyweight title belts a month because I would just sweat right through them.
No.
I wrote, okay. What? What? This is again. Why does he do this? He'll all of a sudden hit you with a story that's like, well, I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Why did you make this up? And if it's true, it's gross. This is where Vince McMahon Jr. and this is where I wrote Junior.
Conrad would own at least 20 of those if that was true.
Yeah, I know they have no dye because the dye ran through his trunk. Look at this. It used to be brown. Hogan sweat through it. You can still smell it. Just huffing that belt. Vince McMahon Jr. and I were getting the That's why Vince McMahon Jr. and I were getting the merchandising machine and gear. Every wrestler should have entrance music, I told him. And t-shirts, too. And toothbrushes and tennis shoes. There you go. He's in his ear. And then he kind of goes, well, Vince is a great promoter. He's the greatest promoter ever. He turned the company into a multi-billion-dollar business empire. Every celebrity in the world wanted to get on board. In Los Angeles, he'd look out in the crowd and he'd see Gene Hackman.
Oh, come on.
You think Gene Hackman had better taste than to go to?
Yeah, come on.
Sean Connery. Johnny Carson.
I don't think Connery's got time for it either. Johnny might have seen gorgeous.
He's a Nebraska boy. And Wilt Chamberlain. And then
Wilt doesn't have time either.
This is good. In Boston, so you're like, okay, what celebrities are you gonna name here? It would be a whole other group of celebrities. Don't make me name them. I don't know. And then he says, in New York, what's in New York? It would be the Broadway stage crowd.
Like Clark at a show.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan's like, wow, did you see the cast of Cats is out there watching us? And rock stars. It was a happening thing. Well, we started crossing territorial boundaries.
Oh, no, that's...
He goes to Vince. One of us is going to get killed, brother. They're going to shoot you up here in your office, or they're going to kill me on the road. Oh, man, Larry, you've been waiting for this one. Harley Race was so pissed off that he showed up in Kansas City. They were in Kansas City. He shows up. They're setting up the ring. He has a gun. He's scaring everybody off with a gun. Then he lit the ring on fire. He actually tried to burn down the ring. And then he told the production guys that he was coming back later to break both my legs and put a bullet in each one of them. Harley, it's not enough for Harley to make him immobile. He wants to make sure those legs are dead. When I heard this, I had no doubt that Harley would show up that night. So Hogan says that he goes to a place called the Rusty Scupper.
Can we ask Steve about this?
Is the Rusty Scupper still around?
Yeah.
Steve is the Rusty Scupper. How about that, you red-haired freak? He's never listened to this, so he'll never know. We could disparage him all day long. Hogan drank a bunch of hard liquor and ate my final supper. I knew Harley Race was a shooter, a hooker, a guy who could break bones.
It's a classy place.
That's where the hookers hang out.
Prime rib, $7.25.
There you go.
Or the Rusty Scupper cut, which is $8.25. Kushiyaki.
They leave the fat.
Steak and crab or London broil.
Mm.
They have Boston scrod, broiled scallops, red snapper, shrimp teriyaki, Alaskan king crab legs, top sirloin, Kansas City strip, and then you get a baked potato or seasonal vegetables.
I love to get shrimp teriyaki in Kansas City at the Rusty Scupper. No, this is where
I'm on Kansas City history Facebook.
Yeah. Gus, strap in. Are you strapped in? Are you ready for this? Later on at the arena, I was sitting on the toilet. And this is where I wrote, poor Michael Jan. He has to write this all down. He has to hear it, and then he's got to jot it down. Davy Boy Smith came in. He's here, he's here. He told me in his English accent. I knew he meant Harley Race. So I jumped up, pulled up my pants without even wiping my ass. Why? So we never got to this part, but Larry and I, before the last record, were like, what? Like, what?
That's a type of fear.
I mean, did someone say, like, is there a story that he's trying to address where they were like, oh, he smells like shit? He smelled like shit, like he shit himself.
I just think he's conveying how serious and dire the situation was.
So he's walking, okay, so he's okay. So I jumped up, rolled up my pants without even wiping my ass, and ran out to confront Harley Race. And I wrote, sigh. I'm sighing. He's standing there with his fucking dirty ass fucking poop butt. The son of a bitch stared me down for a second. I had to break your goddamn legs for what you done to me. But next thing I knew, he stuck his hand out. I admire you for what you've done for the wrestling business. And by the way, do you think you can get me a job with your outfit? I wrote, Brett, you're my favorite wrestler. Oh, man. Do you believe this happened?
Harley started licking his fingers after shaking Hulk's hand.
Yeah. And then Hogan goes, after a couple of those years went by, guys were starting to thank us. Not just Harley Race, but guys all over the country. Thank you for your service, Hogan, in making the world a better place in wrestling. Little by little, people started saying to themselves, quote, damn, Vince McMahon and Hulk Hogan aren't going to ruin the business. They're making it all easier for us to earn a living. And so, what? Go ahead. Who's got what? Anybody? Do you think this all happened, that all these guys were lining up to shake hands?
I need to make an addendum.
Okay.
Earlier I said Dwight Clark. I meant Dwight Evans. For being in Boston.
Yeah.
I couldn't let it stand.
You're probably thinking of Lenny Clark.
Lenny Dykstra?
So Hogan does, because you're thinking, well, probably some people lost their jobs because, if you're swallowing up the whole wrestling business, not everybody can get a spot. And he goes, well, the guys that just were like, they worked at Kmart and stuff and they wrestled on weekend. Yeah, those guys didn't make it. It was like when God flooded the world and only the good people on Noah's Ark survived. We had flooded out all the beer bellies and the guys who never went to the gym and left only the guys who were really dedicated to the wrestling business.
And how's Kevin Owens in this business?
I wrote, or people who just Vince liked. That seemed to probably be the... You really think Hogan looked at Kevin Owens at some point in his career and life backstage and was like...
I think Dick Murdoch was still getting booked in... 84.
I thought we got. I thought those guys got followed up.
Bulldog Brower.
The last thing that Hogan expected was that he was going to become a role model for kids. He caught him off guard, guys. Maybe I should have seen it coming. And this is why he thinks maybe he should have seen it coming. I was a good guy. I had the Venice Beach thing going for me the amount of times he brings up Venice Beach as like this key that unlocks a fan's heart. I was blonde and tanned. I'm in good shape. And one of my catchphrases was, train, say your prayers, and take your vitamins. Well, all of a sudden, I saw kids dressing like me for Halloween. Then he started getting requests from Make-A-Wish and the Starlight and Dalmatian Foundations. Kids who were dying or had handicaps or special needs were asking to see me. I didn't get it. Why did they want to see me? Here's his list of kids he would see. I would see a kid with a big open hole in his chest, and you could see his heart beating. or a kid who could barely make a sound, and you had to lean real close to hear what he was saying. Or a kid who was 5 years old who looked like he was 80.
So progeria.
Yeah. What a wide range. I feel like the middle kid there that just is talking softly isn't really shouldn't be in this list. Some kids, there's so many dumb sentences that, yeah, like Larry said, the more this book goes on, they come fast and furious. Some kids would live another 6 months. Some would die the next day. It was crazy. So he's visiting these kids, and he goes, you know what? In 2003, he decides to write that. You know what he was doing when he was meeting those kids? Because he was going to give them an opportunity to speak about the Lord Savior to these children.
Oof.
First, I'd say to their parents, I really appreciate you. Wait, is this a typo? I really appreciate your bringing your son to me to see me. I think it is. Appreciate your bringing your son to see me. If it's okay with you, I'd like to take some liberties.
Whoa. Hold on.
I'd like to take some liberties with him. I'd like to talk to him about our Lord, Jesus Christ, who died on the cross to pay for our sins. The parents would say, oh, we don't have a problem with that. I would have backed off if they said they did. But not one of them did. So I tell these kids, you say you're my number one fan, that means I gotta wrestle you. Find out if you're as big a fan as you think.
You telling me he didn't visit one little dying Jewish kid?
No. Well, if they did, they convert. Well, if they did, they converted. You find out that they all. I've got a lot of people tell me you're my number one fan, but you look like you might actually be what you say you are. This is like all like just gobbledygook. It makes no. Of course, I couldn't wrestle him that night. He tells us, the reader. So he'd tell the kids, I can't wrestle you tonight. I'd be too tired to wrestle anybody. With my schedule as crazy as it is, I don't know when we'll ever get a chance to wrestle. But I tell you what, now that I know you and we're good buddies, I bet I can think of one place where we're probably going to wind up together. Then I'd ask the kid if he believed in God, if he believed in Jesus Christ, and if he accepted Christ as his Savior. And the kid would either say yes or no. Well, if you do, that's great. And if you don't, here's why you should. Because if you believe in your heart that Christ died for your sins, we'll get to go to heaven together. And then when you body slam me, it won't hurt so bad. Because the clouds in heaven are a lot softer than this ring over here. So I'd get my shot in, and it always worked. And the kids would always laugh. And I never had a single kid that didn't accept Christ as his Savior. He's supposed to be giving these kids hope and optimism, and he's telling all these kids,
look, we're going to die. And how about my back here?
I heard you're my number one fan. I can't wait to see you in heaven.
Man, that would be very upsetting.
Well, then it gets even worse. Because then if the kid looks like he's not even going to make it to the end of the match tonight, he'd say to those kids, I got to warn you, I'm kind of a thief when it comes to stealing young guys' energy.
Oh, my God.
So you're probably going to fall right asleep as soon as we're done talking. Well, that's all right, because we'll see each other again. I promise you that. The role model thing was tough, brother. They're not really coming to see you. They're there because they need faith and hope. And if you know that, you can give it to them by being like, you're going to die tonight.
Make right Jesus.
Hogan. He leaves the room. The parents are like, "Was that nice, honey?" Hogan said he was stealing my life essence. What's happening? I feel so. Hogan, what? He says he's gonna wrestle me in heaven. What did that guy? What did that bastard say to our child? So, anyways, he's feeling good as he's strutting down the hall. He's feeling good. It wasn't just the kids that he helped. He helped me too. Also, he became friends with Vince McMahon Jr. We used to ride motorcycles together. We did everything together. Riding.
I think you could do an A24 where a Make-A-Wish person is actually stealing the dead kids' souls.
Oh, man. I was like a Dean Koontz or a Stephen King. Wait a minute. John Cena. Guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why isn't his hair growing back then? Got a hole in his hat. We were doing everything together. We were riding. We were lifting weights, another list. And we were blazing new territory in the wrestling business. And I did add doing steroids. Don't forget that part. We were playing each and every move. I'm not very well versed in a lot of this stuff. I did not realize that when we were going to read this book that he was going to try and take so much credit for anything Vince did, and be like, I was in the room. We were planning all the moves together. He was looking at me going, Hulk, what do you think? So this is an example. We were playing each and every move together. Well, we said, who are they talking to? There a mouse in his pocket? We said, Vince and Hogan together, we've never been to the NATPE, the National Association of Television Program Executives convention before. How are we going to get in there? How are we going to present ourselves? That's it. He leaves it on that weird, specific detail. He just is like, Vince always bet on himself. It's not all fake. Here we go. It's time for a wrestler to be like, it's real. Wrestlers get hurt in the ring all the time. It's almost always an accident. Unless you're in Ben Peller's Living the Gimmick and you plunge yourself headfirst in a suicide for the top of the cage. When you're Macho Man. Chuck Beasley, the Macho Man. Upset about his Elizabeth leaving him.
I was thinking for 100, we do a retrospective.
How do we do that? We just reminisce. We give awards, best.
We can pull some quotes and best quotes from those books. We have notes for.
Yeah, we do that. Now, so we're on 95 now. Colin, I will give you $20 if you go through every episode before 100 and give me timestamps. Or Larry, because I'm not going to do anything with them.
Can we take a break?
Sure. Want to take a break?
I got to unload groceries.
Oh, never mind. It's not all fake. Wrestlers get hurt in the ring all the time. It's almost always an accident. There's bad blood between two guys. The guy who's supposed to lose just says, I'm beating him. Hulk's seen it happen. The worst example he can recall is Adrian Adonis and Dan Spivey. This is another just one-page chapter here because Adrian was one of the boys.
I did cross-check this, and it is a known fight.
I think I did. Did I look it up? But I didn't.
Was this Fat Adonis?
He was getting fat. Yeah, it was like 86.
Okay.
Well, Dan Spivey was a guy Adrian just didn't like. And essentially just says, in the rest, they got into it in the dressing room. And Dan Spivey, right? He threw a punch at Dan. Dan sidestepped. Adrian throws a punch. Dan sidesteps him, hits him with an uppercut. Then he hit him with another punch. Dan knew what he was doing. And then when Adrian's down, Dan's kicking him in the face. And Hogan thinks Adrian looks dead. So then Dan's going to kick him more in the face, and that's when we stopped him. We got... Now, this is interesting. This little last paragraph to this chapter is interesting to me. Because he's in a dressing room with multiple people, but Hogan writes, we got flack from the other wrestlers. Who's we? Him and Leslie? I mean, who? Mouse in his pocket? Because you're supposed to let that stuff go in our world. I guess they're going to just let... I guess the rule in the locker room is let Dan Spivey kill Adrian Adonis. That's our rule. We let it go. So stopping that fight cast a shadow on me and the other guys who interfered for a long time afterward. I wrote, is Hogan trying to communicate to us his thoughts on Bruiser Brody? What's going on? Why this story? And like, well, we stopped that fight and it cast a shadow on me and these other guys for stopping such a thing. But I don't know what I don't get the moral of the story or the point.
I think he's just trying to insert himself
into a story that okay. See, I was like, is there more to this story? They just didn't like each other.
Hogan had his own locker room, I thought.
Hogan?
So why would he be in a room?
I mean, like
Adrian?
Spivey and Adrian Adonis. Like, did they just not like each other? I don't get it.
I don't remember what. It was all like Hannibal clips, so if, old timers talking about it.
Thank God Hogan was there.
That's what they all said.
Yeah. And move on, chapter 25. It's a sport, but it's also entertainment. And that's a quote. That's the chapter title, and it's a quote. I was telling stories in the ring about spitting lightning and crapping thunder and creating havoc with my 24-inch pythons. I wrote... when he writes that, I was telling stories. I was like, stories! We're telling stories! That is very stupid. That he's like, my stories were about crapping thunder, but that's better than whatever's going on right now when people talk about stories. I'd rather have a guy say, my story, I crap thunder. Well, people are seeing him on talk shows or hearing him on the radio, and that opened the door for them to go, wow, maybe we should watch wrestling. Maybe it's not just a bunch of big men beating each other up. Maybe it's more than that. Maybe it's men spitting lightning and crapping thunder, creating havoc with their 24-inch pythons. So much more.
Well, how would Andy Warhol describe it?
It's like a Campbell's soup can in different colors.
It's a commentary on...
Oh, that's a good Andy Warhol. I like that. Was Gus just falling asleep?
I was not trying. I don't even know Andy Warhol.
It kind of sounds like... what is it? What's the one quote when they play all the time with the wrestling thing? They're like, hey, did you like the show? And he's like, it's great. It was It's like, it's fantastic.
He's all whacked out.
Yeah.
What a time.
Mean Gene. Can you imagine whatever cocktail he was on, and Mean Gene's there in his face with the microphone? What'd you think of the show?
All coked up.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan's in the background. Oh, he's so big. Vince told me, it isn't just wrestling anymore with you, Terry. You're entertaining people. This is a quote. So okay, we ready? It's a sport, but it's also entertainment. It's it's ...
or entertainment.
It's ... sports entertainment. As soon as he said that, I knew exactly what he meant. Wow. All that time ago. Which doesn't really line up, because if this is... Remember when we watched the John Stossel thing, or we talked about it, John Stossel asks Vince what it is if it's not a legitimate sport, and Vince's answer is, "I don't know what it is."
Joe, what are we calling it?
Let's see. So Vince's idea is, okay, you got the guy that's yelling at Hogan in the front row, being like, "Hey, yeah!" And he's chomping on a cigar in Hogan's mind, big beer belly. That guy's not going to buy tickets to sports entertainment, but families would show up, the moms and dads and little kids. And then after a couple of years, they leave and never come back. But he goes, now we're thinking merchandising. We're doing this. And then Vince said, we're going to do an animated TV show. I said, whoa, brother, are you out of your damn mind? But first, before any of that, he's got something else that he wants to do. A Super Bowl and World Series of wrestling, both. He's going to call it Wrestlemania. Chapter 26, Wrestlemania, March 31st, 1985. Yep. Hogan says, Mr. T's interest in wrestling was from he first heard about Mr. T's interest in wrestling from his agent, Peter Young, who was Mr. T's agent too. And then he talks a little bit more. He keeps talking about like why Mr. T's famous, or like what stuff that Mr. T has done. And I at one point just wrote, he was in Rocky 3.
I mean, he says that.
I don't think he ever mentions it.
Yeah, it's right in that first page.
Where is it? God damn it, he did.
He won a tough man contest and
parlayed it into a role. Didn't he get 18 first? Or did he get Rocky 3 first?
No, Rocky 3 was first.
Damn. Good job, Mr. T. Okay, fine. I must have fallen asleep, nodded off, woke back up at the top of the page. So I told Peter Young that if Mr. T wanted to wrestle, we'd like to bring him in for a special event. Vince McMahon Jr. put the whole thing together. He talks about Paul Orndorff. Paul Orndorff didn't like the idea because Mr. T wasn't a wrestler. Dr. D had a problem with the match too. It wasn't because he didn't think Mr. T belonged in the ring with this, because Dr. D wanted to be part of the match. And so Hogan says, in the locker room, Dr. D's walking around going, Dr. D and Mr. T, Dr. D and Mr. T, over and over again. And then he convinced himself the whole thing was his idea. But really, he was just bitching because he knew he wasn't part of the main event. So, Mr. T's cool until we get closer to WrestleMania and the pace picked up. His attitude changed. He got pissy about everything. He would say, now I'm going to do Mr. T because I think that's fair.
Sure.
Someone stop me if it's not fair. I think many people do.
You're not imitating
he's a character.
Booker T. Washington.
No, I'm not impersonating or Booker T.
This isn't anyone
Let me get into it. Hey, woman. I don't want to do the Regis and Kathy Lee show. I don't want to do the Carson show. I'm tired. That's the quote. That's it. So, they can't find Mr. T. He's disappeared on Hogan. I guess Hogan is also his watcher, his babysitter. It turned out he was sitting in some park with a wino, drowning his troubles. Now, Mr. T is notoriously did not do drugs and alcohol, correct? That was his whole thing?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a major part of it. But
Well, I guess you guys didn't watch the full Richard Belzer segment where he goes on and on about that. And that's why the children like him, because he's no phony. He says what he says. He does what he says. That's what people don't understand. So
Yeah, I don't think any of this happened.
you don't think he was down drowning in a park with a
And
wino?
disappearing. No.
But then he did it on the day of the event, WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania, folks.
Mr. T was probably bitching about the stupid, crazy schedule because he's a normal human being and not a wrestler.
Yeah, doesn't like to be
You know?
dragged around like a circus animal.
Yeah.
Go to the malls and the prisons.
The IBM stockholder meeting.
What am I doing here? I gotta
Pro rata shares.
I gotta explain. Adding, what did these say? Fucking ad revenue. Can't remember. Okay, Vince McMahon started saying, this is on WrestleMania, the day of WrestleMania. Everything's writing on this day. Okay, where is he? Where is he already? Well, Hogan calls the Helmsley Palace from the garden. Mr. T was still in the room. He was just taking his sweet time. So then Hogan gets a call from the limo garage downstairs of Madison Square Garden. The good news was Mr. T had arrived. The bad news was he was leaving again. What? This is a quote. All these are quotes, by the way. When we do, these are verb. What? Don't let him leave, brother. I ran down to the limo garage as fast as I could. Mr. T had come in 2 big white limousines. He had girls, he had guys, he had a whole entourage. Madison Square Garden security wasn't going to let all those people in. He gets down to the limo garage, and Mr. T's limos are leaving the arena. But he also can hear Mr. T. T was cussing, saying, "Screw this, I'm leaving." So he gets him. Hogan runs in front of the limos. I wouldn't let him leave. Mr. T was screaming at me, "Get out of the way, goddammit!" But I wouldn't move. "You want to get out of here, brother? You're going to have to roll right over me." So then Mr. T gets out of the car. He's bitching. He's moaning. "Look, man, just give me 10 minutes to work on it." And so then they let all of his friends in. And he finds out later.
This is bizarre because I have never heard this from a second source. Any of this.
Yeah, that like Mr. T was holding the show hostage.
This Beat It style confrontation Hogan has with Mr. T's crew.
He didn't bring it up in his Hall of Fame speech, Mr. T?
No.
Thankfully, Hogan stopped my limousine. He's literally holding it. The revving, trying to get past him. Smoke coming out. He's holding the car. He was scared of wrestling that night, Hogan finds out. That's why Mr. T was delaying the inevitable. He was scared. Well, he pulled it off beautifully, Hogan writes. I mean, he was sucking wind and he was in trouble for a while, but eventually got through it and did a great job. That's nice. Why is he burying T? And he keeps going here. And throughout the Richard Belzer thing, is just burying T. And he says, we used Mr. T a bunch of times after that. And then when I went down to WCW years later, we used him there too. And I never had that kind of trouble with him again. But that one time, he could have single-handedly destroyed WrestleMania. That's a lot to put on one man to make up. And if he had, there might have never been another one.
I mean, that's why Snuka was there.
There you
go. Yeah, I don't see that really being a huge drop off.
3 guys I never expected to see in the same place. Chapter 27. This is a weird one. This to me was a weird chapter. A lot of question marks, a lot of rolling my eyes. Liberace. This is weird. Liberace was one of Vince's wildest scams of all time.
Liberace's a scam.
I was like, what? He didn't bring him in to be controversial.
Like, he made himself as a charismatic ladies' man, and
he didn't bring him in to be controversial. Hell, he would have brought in Groucho Marx if he were still alive. I don't understand what's happening.
Are you familiar with Gilbert's old Groucho impression?
No. I was going to ask you, I thought you were going to ask, are you familiar with Michael Douglas's portrayal of Liberace? And I was going to say, not only am I familiar, I fucking love that movie.
Oh, it was good.
Dude.
Well, because
that was
old Groucho used to go on Dick Cavett
Yes,
and
yes.
kind of rant and rave about the old days. And Gilbert does a very pointed impression of that specific era of Groucho.
I like that. I'm going to look that up later. So I guess this I came to the conclusion that this is 2003 Hogan writing as if in 1985 everybody, like, I think in 1985 my grandmother was still under the impression that Liberace was just a quality showman. Do you know what I mean? When did it come out that he was
I mean, I remember my dad being very open with me that was a gay man, as early as I can remember.
I guess I'm penning. My grandmother was shocked by every single person that ever came out.
In fact,
bless her heart.
This is a very based moment in my father's life because he's not usually like this. I remember when I was like in 6th grade, I got political and thought I was cool. And I had this $3 bill with Bill Clinton on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it said the treasurer was Truman Capote. And I said, Dad, who? And I wanted to know what the joke was. I said, who's Truman Capote? And my father just said, oh, some fag.
Oh, my Lord.
That was it.
Wow.
That's all I knew him as until Philip Seymour Hoffman came around.
You didn't even... And what he said, you're like, wow, that was right. Damn. No, come on. This guy was a quality writer.
I'm sorry to my father, but it happened.
Gosh. Put some respect on Capote's name, Larry Sr. You pipe up as a child and go, come on, In Cold Blood is a modern classic. Nothing like that. Well, anybody else in 1985? He's imagining some person, Hulk Hogan. Are you nuts? What's Liberace got to do with Wrestlemania? He's a gay guy in a gold lame tuxedo. What's he gonna do? Kick his heels up with the Rockettes? That's a good idea. All Vince McMahon could say was, "Hell yeah." Sometimes Vince thinks at a higher level than the rest of us.
Just above the rest of the carnies, yes.
As it turned out, Liberace was there for only one day, and I wrote, why would it be longer?
We're doing a 6-month program with Liberace.
And I remember him being very gracious, very eager to please. The only thing that threw me off a little was when he asked if he could hang his robes and stuff in my dressing room.
Oh, God.
Of course I had to say yes, but my biggest fear was I thought he was actually going to get dressed in there. I didn't know it at the time if he had AIDS or anything like that. But I was a little leery of his persona and all the white pancake makeup he wore. I just didn't know what to expect. I wrote, what is going on?
Is it airborne, brother?
Hogan, I want to be your brother, your father, your boyfriend, your lover. Gus, after I saw that movie with Michael Douglas, I would just walk around the house saying that all the time. God, I want to be your father, your brother, your boyfriend, your husband, your lover, partner. Matt Damon also very good in that movie. He turned out to be a very nice person. We even joked around and took pictures comparing all the rings we had on. Ew! I liked Liberace a lot better than Billy Martin. Billy Martin was a real pain in the ass. He grew up in San Francisco, but he struck me as a stereotypical New Yorker, and I wrote Vince Russo. New Yorker? You got to spell it right, Hogan, okay? Michael Jan, whoever you are. When you spell New Yorker, you spell with a A and a W. Okay. Also, wait a minute. From San Francisco, does Vince Russo want to be Billy Martin?
Maybe.
Right to the point, nothing subtle about him. And even though he was a little teeny man, he seemed to have a lot of pent-up anger. Little teeny men can't have pent-up anger, Hogan. He carried himself like the cock of the walk, like he could beat anybody up, or like he could beat anybody at anything. Hell yeah. But his favorite guest of all was Muhammad Ali. Whenever he would see me, he'd say, "Can I get a picture with the champ? You're the greatest of all time, Mr. Hogan, the greatest of all time." They said it was me, but it's really you. When I grow up, I want to be just like you. I mean, even if he was glazing Hogan, Hogan, are you really taking this seriously?
Yeah.
So, I asked Ali, he does this thing where he's like, I told Ali not to hit anybody. But then, he got all excited in the ring. And I think even then, sickness and all, and I was like, he just got diagnosed, Hogan. He would have taken their heads off if he had connected with one of those punches. I never knew Ali before he became ill. I wrote Hogan here in all caps. Stop. Oh, okay, because he's about to get gross. I never knew Ali before he became ill, but there's a light in his eyes that makes me think there's a lot going on in his head. He just can't get it out very well. I had to, because I knew that it was much later in life that Ali got really, nonverbal, and I had to look it up specifically. I was like, it was nowhere and it was like 2012.
No.
That's when that's when a family member came out and said, he's.
It was known at least in '96.
Well, it was known. I'm saying it's known, but he's pretending like Muhammad Ali could not get his thoughts out. He spent in 85. And it was many years until he had real issues. People attribute that to. Then Hogan's taken a turn. People attribute that to his career as a boxer. They got hit in the head too often. Hogan's doing his own research. I've seen all his fights on tape. He hardly ever took a hard shot to the head. Got hit with a lot of body punches. That was about it. So I'd be surprised. Well, if somebody got Dr. Hogan here, I'd be surprised if it was really boxing that caused his problems. Of course, I'm no doctor. That's just my opinion.
So what was it?
Gus?
He's not a doctor.
Gus, you got to say, this is America.
Just asking questions.
He's just...
Yeah.
Somebody told him. Well,
he said not to listen to him. He's not a doctor.
The shots to the head. Hogan's looking through the old Ali tapes. Interesting.
Yeah. Is there like a boxing database? You can look at advanced stats.
Headshots.
What did he think when he watched
his... looking at Ali shots landed.
What is he?
I would hope so.
What does he think when he watches Rocky 4 and the doctor's pointing at Rocky's shriveled brain and goes, "You're taking too many of these. If you take any more, you'll be full blown. You got to stop it now. You just learned to read, Rock. We can't digress or regress. You know what I'm saying?" And Hogan's like,
Woman cancer.
There was a time in his life where he knew ovarian cancer, breast cancer, or whatever it would be, and then too many hits from the Rush, and he's just like, woman stuff. Richard Belzer, chapter 28. The hardest part of WrestleMania was the millions of appearances that Mr. T and he had to make. So, our last stop of one of these days was to go to the Philadelphia Spectrum. They were going to have a press conference there. A bunch of local kids were going to be there. And so this is one of those things where, your alert goes up, because then he goes, well, some of the public schools had let them get out early to see us. And I remember it was controversial because to let kids out of school to see the wrestlers and an actor, but they were there. Okay. Hey, I wasn't even thinking about why the kids would be there. If the kids are there, you say, I'm with you. The situation was tense. Mr. T had been bitching. Oh, I did. Does Mr. T have a book? Can we get the?
Oh boy,
Does he have a book? Can we get it?
I'll look it up.
Does he have any? There's no way he talks about
I bet he's got like a page, like on his wrestling.
Yeah, there's no way he spends any time on it.
Mr. T, the man with the gold.
Throw it on the list.
Oh boy,
Throw it on the list.
However, it was written in 1984.
well,
Dang, that'll be a palate cleanser one day.
Too early.
It can't be longer than like 20 pages, right? It can't be that, because he's just started his career. He's a young man. There's no way.
It's a hardback book.
What's it about?
Yeah, but T is all about the lore, though. You know what I mean? His whole character is based on lore. So
we'll talk about his time being a bouncer on the south side and like collecting the chains. And
yeah,
can you get this anymore? This is hard to get.
Nope,
it's easy to get. Well,
buy
paper.
used,
Oh my
they're
god,
$2.50.
paper bag, $150. Who are you kidding? Hardcover, yeah. Do I get the hardcover for $13 or the paperback from this asshole for $150? How big of a T fan am I? Let's see. He says, now let's be honest with each other. You don't know Mr. T, do you? I know you think you know him. Hey, guy, hit the rotate on the picture you uploaded. Now I got to read it like this. Because you read a couple articles about him in different papers and magazines, but you can't really understand Mr. T just by reading some short and inaccurate article or listening to some tall tale about him from Hulk Hogan. Oh, he didn't write that. Now, if you want the truth and nothing but the truth, you keep reading this book. Don't listen to someone. Wow, he's really concerned about lies. Don't listen to someone who claims to have gone to school with him. Don't listen to some disgruntled chick who claims to have been his lover once. But listen to Mr. T when he speaks, because it's time to tell you the hard, cold facts. He tells it like it is, with no holds barred and no punches pulled. And I am not ashamed of anything I've done. So if a push becomes a shove, I'll do it all again. Okay? Recounts his ghetto childhood, quote, unquote, his remarkable mother and his brothers and sisters, and his religious faith. Okay. Did I get a page count on that? 276 pages. Wow.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
So, Mr. T's bitching about being worked too hard. And Hogan says to him, let's just get through this, brother. Then we can relax. So they show up to the Spectrum. All these kids are sitting on the floor. And Mr. T looks at these kids and goes, what are you kids doing here? You're supposed to be in school. What the hell is wrong with you, Mrs. School, to come see Mr. T and Hulk Hogan? He hammered these kids. He was relentless. Finally, one kid raised his hand. Mr. T, you're scaring us. You're being mean. I ain't being mean. I'm just telling you the way it is. Mr. T always tells it the way it is. Maybe this happened. I said to myself, and this is the first time that I'm noting this, Michael Jant, now the thoughts are in italics. Here we go. His damn attitude again, I thought. So Mr. T storms out of there, leaving Hogan holding the bag, quote unquote. So Hogan goes up to the kids. Mr. T's just excited about WrestleMania, kids. He's a really great guy. Give me all your papers and I'll get them all signed. And I wrote, all your papers.
Hey, papers,
Yes.
please.
All right, you're all documented. Good to go. I was thinking that something had really gotten up T's ass. It was out of character, even for him, to talk to kids that way. So he goes to his hotel room, and as soon as my wife and I walk into the room, the phone rings. It's Linda McMahon, Vince's wife. Terry, I hate to tell you, but there's one more appearance you gotta make today. You gotta go down to a show called Hot Properties, a cable show hosted by a man named Richard Belzer. I don't know how it could have slipped off the itinerary from the publicity company, but there are 50 kids in wheelchairs down there. A whole busload of them. And they're waiting for you and Mr. T to show up. You've got to go, Terry. It's a live show. And there are all those kids.
Are you a Belzer fan?
No, I never watched any Law and Order, and
Oh, okay.
he's
I
fine.
would have thought you'd have been hip to him.
No, he's fine. I don't know.
You're a stand-up guy.
He never. Yeah.
He was a good guest on Stern.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. See. Okay, I'll go. So then he calls T. I'm sorry to do this to you, but there are 50 kids in wheelchairs waiting for us to appear on the show. Well, I ain't going. So Hogan goes, okay, I'll go by myself. He pulls his... I pull my cowboy boots back on my swollen feet. All of a sudden, the phone rang. Can't be. That's how phone works.
He hadn't taken his Winstrol yet. He hadn't cut his water.
His swollen feet. Yeah. No, that's from doing all these appearances. He's hitting the cement, beating those feet. All of a sudden, the phone rang. It was Mr. T. Okay, I'm going with you, but that's it. And he says, so they show up, and guess what we saw, or rather what we didn't see? Kids in wheelchairs. That's one sentence. They weren't there. That's another sentence. So he says Mr. T had this metal thing with a big spring on it. Some kind of exercise bar. And then he says some like story that like a lore, like Mr. T lore. He said it was a parking meter he ripped out of the ground.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Well,
I did until he said that.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, you know the thing he's talking about, where you go like this with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the thing Rick Rude attacked the Ultimate Warrior with.
Yeah,
And if you,
but he fashioned it out of a parking meter.
of course, you guys didn't watch it, but yes, he is on the show. He's doing this as he's talking.
Rick?
No, T talking to Belzer, and because he lays. I was like, okay, so he's gonna be, and then I was like, well, the thing is actually recorded, so I watched it, and then I hadn't seen it in a long time and stuff, refreshing myself, and I was like, God damn, he pretty much describes it as it happens. T does look annoyed. He gets brought out first, all of it. So I don't know. Maybe Mr. T was had enough of kids. So Richard Belzer says, "Hey, Mr. T, how you doing?" And Hogan says, "T's just pumping his parking meter." So this is in the green room. He says, Belzer says, "We're going to bring out T. We're going to bring you guys out one at a time." They kind of put up a fight. Belzer says no. Then he looks to Hogan. "Hey, they forgot to tell me. What about this wrestling thing? Is that stuff fake? Choreographed?" And Hogan's like, "You know what? Why don't you ask me out there?" And Belzer smiles at Hogan and says, "I see the game you want to play." And Hogan thinks in italics, "Oh boy, this could be a problem." And
If it was gonna be a problem, just be like, Yeah, man, but let's just we got the kids out there. Appreciate if you could play along.
Now I don't. If Richard Belzer said this, what he says that he says, it's really on auto. I think it might be as they're coming, as T's sitting down or something like that. It's. I don't think I don't recall it being caught on like mic.
Yeah.
But because T does jerk his head to him and go, "What'd you say?" Because he says that Belzer says to T, who by the way T is cranking his parking meter. Quote. Belzer says to T, "I pity the fool, I pity your mama, and I pity your mama's fool." So T's not talking. Hogan says he's watching all this. The sweat was dripping off my hands. Gross. All of a sudden, they called me out too. No, Hogan, it can't be. They told you that's exactly what's going to happen. But at that time, I had my shorts in a wad. And to Hogan's credit, he does come out trying to like ease tensions. Because Belzer and T get into this like T thinks Belzer's talking down to him. Belzer's assuring him in kind of a smart-alecky way that they're both blue-collar guys, But
Belzer's such a fucking New York shithead.
Yeah.
But he's doing the thing where he's saying like, why?
He's
why
smarter than this.
Oh, well, he's going. Why is the A-team violent? Stuff like that. But you're like a role model to kids, and he's interrupting when T's trying to talk. He'll interrupt him, and so T's going like, "I'm trying to make my point." All right, shut up. And Hogan does kind of do the like he's just really got his game face on for WrestleMania, but we get to Belzer going, "Hey, can we do a wrestling hold?" And Hogan claims that he looks out. He does put in here that Belzer says, "Can you put me in the camel clutch?" In the show, he actually says camel crusher, and Hogan corrects him. Can you put me in the camel crusher? He says he sees Linda in the audience, and she's mouthing, "Don't do it, Terry." And he writes, "I could read her lips."
The Camel Crusher thing isn't in my edition.
You don't have where Belzer says, "Put me in the camel." No, I'm saying in this, he recalls it as Belzer saying camel clutch. In the actual show, Belzer goes, "Put me in the camel crusher."
Sorry.
And Hogan goes,
Okay.
"You're talking about the camel clutch."
Okay, good. The fact that he doesn't know it changes a lot.
So the band started playing funeral music. That's true. I don't recall him if he does like again. If Belzer says, "What are you, chicken?" He can't hear him because he's just kind of yammering on as they walk over to the stage. He says, "Hiro Matsuda taught me this." Hogan says to himself. But Hogan comes off so sleepy. Okay, because we're gonna talk more about this. So when Belzer brings up like doing a hold, Hogan does lean into T and says, I don't think he thinks the mic's gonna pick him up because he says it in his ear. He goes, "I'm gonna make him squeal."
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell me when you want me to stop.
Because then when he gets on the stage, he goes, "Hey T, tell me when." Because then when the producer comes back, he says, "You guys gave each other a sign before you." And I was like, it's not really a sign if Hogan just straight up leans back in his chair and goes to T and goes, "I'm gonna make him squeal." We can't really hear it. I think that's what he said. It's like it's in T's ear. But he comes off very sleepy. He kind of lumbers over there. He's like, "I don't know." He does say it's a hard floor. "I don't know. I don't want you to get hurt." But
he's probably coming down from 8 hours of coke.
Well, he's been hitting all these places: the prisons, the shopping centers, the car dealerships. Tired.
Maybe, see, now we always think, oh, he's just a cokehead for cokehead's sake, allegedly, maybe, but maybe he was doing it just to get all these appearances. It was medicinal.
Yeah.
He says here, though, in the book, I was pumped to the eyeballs with adrenaline. And that's why he cinched it so hard. In the book and in the show, he says 5 pounds of pressure. I thought I better let him go. And he lets him go, and he collapsed like a wet noodle. Then the strangest thing happened. He jumped right up again and looked stupefied, like a dog hit by a car that didn't know which way to run. And he said, we'll be right back. Blood was squirting out of the back of his head, and I thought, what'd I do? I wrote McNulty, so I must have been thinking about Larry and The Wire. So they had the producer come out, and that's funny. They come back from the ad break, and the producer's sitting with them, this guy. And the guy is going like, the guy wants them. This is what the producer's out there to do on the show. He wants them to admit that they did this on purpose. And he's like, we wanted you to show. He doesn't say we wanted you to show that it was fake. He was like, explain yourselves. Like, tell the people at home what you just did. And he's kind of trying to take them to task.
Well, that's kind of smart. You're getting them to an admission of guilt, basically.
And and then he was just going, well, Hogan's defense on the show is, well, if he'd been a trained professional, that wouldn't have happened. But he asked me to do it. So he says in the book, the Belzer kept on just going, yeah, don't worry about it, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And so then, like, on the show, they go, yeah, the Hogan's like, oh, by the way, kids at home, that's why you don't try it at home. Mr. T did not open his mouth the whole time. That's not true. Mr. T starts going in on Belzer and going, that man's an idiot. Why would you ask the world champion to put a hold on you? He's a champion for the reason. What kind of idiot would do that?
Peanut, come here.
He also has that great line in that video, just when it actually happens. He's sleeping. He's just taking a nap.
Yeah. What fucking carnival?
Oh, no, he does say that. Mr. T doesn't open his mouth. Then he decided to. This is funny, yes. Because he starts going on a Belzer. That fool deserved what he got. What's wrong with that idiot? Okay, this is all on Hogan's mind. Oh, no. He's lucky he didn't get killed. Next time, we'll get the rest of you stupid fools. Oh, my God. Please, T, please shut up. That fool should have known better. Stupid idiot. He's crazy. He shouldn't have known he's messing with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. He went on and on and on, and I said to myself, we're dead. Then they go back to their hotel rooms. They're laughing, right? They're laughing about it all. It was so funny, so bizarre. T started breaking chairs and stuff. He takes a turn. I told him not to mess with us, he said. He was going crazy, taking credit for everything that happened. What? Hogan thinks, oh my God, he's nuts. He's out of control. Then a lawsuit happens. Mr. T wasn't laughing anymore. Vince McMahon has a company lawyer. His name is Ted Dinsmore. Ted Dinsmore. Ted Dinsmore happened to mention that he'd been talking. This is such a stupid sentence in these books. Ted Dinsmore happened to mention that he had been talking to Richard Belzer's lawyers. How does Hogan think the world works?
I don't know.
Like, he hears these things and he's like, that's interesting. You just were talking to them. Our lawyer was talking to the other lawyer. And you're just now kind of like mentioning it to me. Like, that's kind of out of nowhere. He says that Richard Belzer wants to settle for a certain amount. Hogan can't say what it was because that was part of the agreement we signed. Ted Dinsmore says, "You know what? I think we'll be all right if we." Hogan cuts him off. "What? How much? Jesus Christ! Did you tell Vince?" "No, I figured you guys would want to." "Are you out of your mind, Ted? Just pay it. Get rid of him." So Vince, Mr. T, and I split the money and paid Richard Belzer off. Then he adds this. Linda had decided to build her dream house in Florida. She brought in artisans from all over the world. She had an authentic French farmhouse, almost 20,000 square feet in size. It looks just like something you would see in Burgundy. The roof on it, which was imported from Europe, is almost 400 years old. Hogan says that 3 or 4 years ago, so we're talking 99, 98, he gets on the airplane. He picks up an airplane magazine because he's an idiot.
What, you don't read hemispheres when you're flying?
I've never been compelled. To crack open a airline magazine and see what's the latest and greatest. But I wish I had, because you know what he saw there smiling at him? A picture of Richard Belzer. And he was sitting in Nice, France, in front of his authentic French farmhouse. Now, is he saying that Richard Belzer stole Linda's idea? Is that why he's adding the Linda stuff in?
He's just, I don't know, trying to make an ironic comparison.
Yeah, I think he's just rambling, and MJF is funneling
trying to make it make sense.
Something.
Yeah. He's talking about the French farmhouse, and then he's like, "Oh, then Linda." Okay, so then I sent that Tampa Bay article to you guys, and they say in that article that Linda had some kind of antique store that was French inspired.
Who knows?
Well, didn't we see Hogan's house on Hogan Knows Best, or whatever the name of his reality show was? Didn't seem French to me.
It was some gaudy architecture in that place. Yeah, it was some like weird stone open shower concept.
It's not weird, Larry. It's old. It's 400 years old.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So he sees this picture. He's in front of his authentic French farmhouse. And Belzer was saying, "Thanks to the settlement I got in the Hulk Hogan lawsuit, we came straight over here and bought this house." So he folds up the magazine, puts it in his pocket, and takes it all the way back home to his wife. "You see this airline magazine?" She went nuts. He goes, "I never," and then he kind of does this weird thing where he's like, "I didn't think it was that much money, but I guess it's enough to get you a house in France." And according to the article, he named it Che Hogan.
He did.
And I wrote,
"What an asshole!" In
that Tampa Bay article, it said his friends call it Hogan at Arms, or the Hogan Arms. I don't know what the fuck. There's many names apparently for this thing. And then I wrote, Belzer died in that house, by the way, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
That was the house. Now, he has two, and he died in the Hogan one.
Good for him.
I
liked his gimmick.
His gimmick?
Of being on all TV shows as the same character.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say of wearing sunglasses all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's the gimmick, right?
Smashing media barriers. This is going to be probably the last one, right? Nope. Big matches, big gates. I read that one. That's where he brags about attendance stuff. Oh man, wow, yeah, I read a lot of this book. Let's see, what are we at? 130? Okay, Smashing Media Barriers, chapter 29. He's everywhere. He's on Saturday Night Live. He's on a soap opera called Search for Tomorrow. I didn't think to look this up. Should we try to YouTube?
Yeah, I didn't either. I can look.
Search for Tomorrow, Hulk Hogan. And Hogan writes, "Imagine a wrestler on a soap opera. It was crazy, brother." And I was like,
"Hey, come on, Santo had probably been on one."
Well, I'm just saying, is he being funny right now, or is it Michael Jan being funny? I don't know. A wrestler on a soap opera.
Morocco was on it too. So that makes it a little less special.
Don Morocco was?
Yes.
My picture appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated. That gave me a level of credibility no wrestler had ever enjoyed before.
What about your spread and weed?
I finally got to where that came up, and it's insane. How it comes back around again. He now considers himself in the same bracket as guys like Mantle and Gretzky, all-time legends of the sport. And then Hogan writes, this is so fucking funny to put this in your book. I was running with the big dogs, comma, boom, comma, in your face. What did I do? What did I say? Did someone tell him he's never going to be on Sports Illustrated or something? I don't know. I still see copies of that Sports Illustrated. It's always in perfect shape. These people have saved it like it's a monument to me. Then he had a little run on the A-Team. Peter Young, comma, remember, comma, was the wrestling fan from Boston who was my agent. Yep. Anyway, comma, the producers of the A-Team gave me a couple of episodes. I appeared as the salt half of a salt and pepper dynamic duo with Mr. T.
Okay.
Do you think that's how it was pitched?
Is that Hogan's own coded language?
I don't know. Yeah, did someone describe that? We're going to bring you on, and it's going to be like a little bit of a salt and pepper thing. Which, to that person, you'd say, what do you mean, salt and pepper? Well,
like Black Hammer and White Lightning.
Yeah, like Mr. T's spicy and you're salty. Oh, it has nothing to do with one being white and one being black? No! Also, what they ended up liking, they wanted him on the show a lot.
Remember Black Hammer and White Lightning?
Which was that?
In Major League 2, it's Jesse Ventura and Willie Mays Hayes.
Man.
Willie Mays Hayes.
They liked Hogan because I was an effective buffer between Mr. T and George Peppard.
So is this a check mark for Hogan and not a dumb guy column? His ability to
play
manage
peacekeeper?
Mr. T?
I don't know. You wouldn't know it from watching the A-Team.
I mean, is he not getting like the cameo spots any kind of hot celebrity of the day would get? I mean, the Hawk Tuah girl would probably get him now. You know what I mean? Like brief little stints on things to capitalize, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
He's getting those quarter hours up. You wouldn't know it from watching the A-Team, but Peppard and T hated each other with a passion. I was like, why would you see that on the TV? On the show? On the other hand, I definitely wrote, what was on the other hand? You never brought, this isn't a new hand. On the other hand, I liked both George and Mr. T. This is what would go on the A-Team set. Mr. T would go to George's trailer with a copy of the Hollywood Reporter in his hands. And he's reading things that George Peppard had said about Mr. T.
Did you look this up?
I didn't look up if this was real. This is a quote. This is Mr. T outside of his George's trailer. Mr. T is not a real actor. Is that what I heard? Mr. T is a pompous ass. Is that what I heard? Mr. T makes more money than anybody, even though he's the worst actor on the set. Is that what I heard? Well, get out here, Hannibal. I'll kick your ass. So then Hogan pulls him away from the trailer. Hey, man, calm down. From that point on, I became the guy who would keep them from killing each other. Here are some examples. Are you ready? I would say, oh, he didn't really mean that, or he's sorry he said that, or he didn't mean to arrive late at the set, or he's not really trying to steal your scene. So I was like, why are there so many specific examples of him? He's out.
He did not like Mr. T.
There you go.
Shoot.
Everybody liked to have me around because I calmed all that crap down.
Master of conflict resolution.
Well, they offered me $45,000 an episode, but he wasn't interested in a long-term commitment. He just keeps, and becomes a thing. He keeps saying wrestling is my base. I never wanted anything else but wrestling. We were building.
Hang on. I like this quote here about George Papard.
Mm-hmm.
So, it says he refused to speak directly to Mr. T at one point and only spoke through intermediaries. He got a woman fired from the set. Then he said, "It's the first time I ever had money in the bank. 4 California divorces and 25 years of alimony will see to it. You have no money in the bank. It was a giant boost to my career." What a man.
Lord. My brain right now is desperately searching to remember a Money in the Bank winner and go, yeah, it is a boost to your career. Money in the Bank. We were building
a California divorce. That's
what is it? Wasn't it one of the 50-50s or no matter what?
Maybe.
We were building on the rock and wrestling concept that started when we brought in Cyndi Lauper. He brings up Blue Albano in her video. But David Wolf, who was engaged to Cyndi in those days, was also her manager and a wrestling fan. And as luck would have it, he lived down the street from me. Well, one thing led to another. And all of a sudden, the amount of fucking times Hogan says all of a sudden, singer Cyndi Lauper got even more involved in the wrestling business. So he says he's escorting her to the Grammys. And
this is around the time he brought Simon Cowell into Reduce.
Yes. She's smiling, carrying on. From that point on, everybody thought we were dating, but I never dated her.
God.
People would ask me.
Nobody.
No.
People would ask me how Cyndi was, and I would say, "She's great, man. I love her to death," which I did. It's like, so you wanted people to think that then. But then Cyndi wasn't involved with wrestling anymore, and they would ask me about her, and I'd say, well, I had to kick her out, brother. I couldn't take it anymore. There's too much red dye on the pillowcase.
Jesus.
But we were just very good friends. It's like, they're weird. And he says her ex-fiance, David Wolf, was a real trooper.
He took some bumps.
I have nothing but good things to say about those people. Yeah, I wrote, what would Hogan like us to think happened here? Big matches, big gates.
I know, he does gloss over it so quickly for it to have been a real story. Like, what, she lived down the street from you, and all of a sudden, we were doing stuff together.
Yeah. Was I a part of it? Maybe. That's up to you. What do you think? He lived down the street. Didn't you hear me? Wrestlemania 2. Los Angeles Sports Arena in April 86. He's facing King Kong Bundy. And accompanied with that is a picture of him wrestling Andre the Giant back in the day. That's nice. So he claims, this is one of those who's this book for moments. He says that they're doing the angle where Bundy's going to run into him full tilt. And it looked like he had injured me because he really had. You see, he had his arms being held out in front of him, so he couldn't protect himself. And Bundy hit him with all of his weight, popping my rib cage the way you would pop one of your knuckles. The pain was so bad it made me black out. He goes to the hospital. The X-rays show that he only suffered a few hairline fractures. Cool.
I know. They're the weakest fucking Bundys, can barely take a few steps quickly.
Who's reading this book and is like, my God. Honey, did you know that? His shoe got hurt. He knows shoot. His shoe got hurt. You're leaving me. They wrote so many get well cards and letters, 400,000 or 500,000 of them, that Vince McMahon had to hire a crew of people to answer them. I don't know if Vince would pay people to do that. Doesn't seem like something that he'd spend money on, but I don't know, maybe he did. The weird part, the weird part of WrestleMania, Vince split the crew up. And he talks about that. And then he says, moving on after this is okay. We're done talking about WrestleMania 2. Who cares? And there's one point where he just writes a sentence, and that was the build-up for WrestleMania 2. We were running in Toronto. Wrestling was popular. We're going to Toronto once a month at the Maple Leaf Gardens. All of a sudden, in 1986, Vince McMahon tried to get an extra date there, but the building was already taken. So we booked an outdoor venue. CNE Stadium. We figured we'd get 10,000 people. And this is okay. Oh boy, Hogan starts doing this. Is the guy that likes to tell this story because this is like that. He just starts talking about how, like, it was just a little tiny feud between me and Paul Orndorff. I mean, I don't even know if anybody ever remembers it. I mean,
I'm trying to get Curran in Linda's book. She's got fucking recipes in her book.
Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait for this book now.
Crock pot ham.
Oh, my God. This is going to be good because JR will be our tester where we get to cook the recipes and what have you.
And city chicken.
I cannot wait to cook Linda's recipes. And then we can think about what Hogan was thinking and doing while he's eating it. Ham again. Linda's crock pot ham. Fucking thinking about Hogan like enjoying food. Just fucking working his fucking mouth. Is he? Look, we saw those pictures of him as a little boy. Oh, that boy, he enjoyed food. He enjoyed mama, here.
Well, remember on the sex tape, he says he was eating sashimi.
Oh, yeah, and he's, woo! Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's talking about how fat he feels.
Oh, God, I was just talking to my wife today about there's people, and there's nothing wrong with it. I like to go out to dinner and stuff like that, but there are people that, like, have that kind of reaction with food that they're like, and they're just digging in, and they're just fucking, it's hitting them in something, and I'll be like, oh, that's good.
I do that.
You take a bite.
Enjoying my meal. I want to not be able to breathe when I'm done eating. When I'm at the Italian place, I'm eating that chicken parm until
fucking red sauce all over your lips. Oh, that's a breadstick, by the way.
More bread.
Oh man, look. Everyone's got them in their family, friends, all that. This person's like, they announced it. I'm having another bite. I'm going in. Okay, it's good.
I never have room for the espresso at the end.
It always makes me uncomfortable when people. I am quietly eating. Gus and I ate together. We had a small chit chat.
I eat slowly. I dick around and.
I don't recall. Yum. I do. Okay, to be fair, no. You know what I did? It's booze with me. If I drink like an old fashioned, it's really well made. The way I like it, I'll do a little. Oh, that's good.
I don't even have that.
Yum. And maybe it's bad that I have that kind of visceral reaction to booze. That's good. So it's a little tiny program with Paul Orndorff. The story is I'd pissed him off by outshining him in all our matches. He let his jealousy get the best of him. And so he goes, hey, we even put the title on the line just, so reason for people to come out and see us, Yeah, what are we doing? August 28th, 1986, CNE Center got blown. He got out of his car and he got blown the hell away. There weren't just 10,000 people. There were almost 65,000. This is one sentence. A new all-time wrestling attendance record. Go figure. This is when I realized that Hogan being dumbfounded is like one of his core features as a person. Like when
there weren't more at Pat O'Connor and Buddy Rogers.
I guess not.
In Chicago.
Hogan likes to do that when he tells stories. When he's a lot of his reactions in wrestling, it's always wide-eyed. He's dumbfounded. He can't believe what he's seeing. He can't believe what he's telling you.
But that was a sold show. That was a flat fee show because they were having that was during like the exhibition, which was like like a fair.
You're talking about the Orndorff?
Yeah, the Orndorff match.
So he's seeing everybody that's just
like during a function. So it was a sold event, like Saudi Arabia is.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So how much those people paid, I don't know. Maybe it might have been $5. It might have been if you were already in the fair you got there.
Hogan's looking at an amusement park and going, wow, I can't believe we pulled all these people in.
I'm not saying it wasn't a big draw. I'm not taking anything away from it, but it needs to be included.
Well, WrestleMania 3 is around the corner, March 29th, 1987. And he tells the story for this match, and he just repeats the last one. Andre was getting jealous of me. Those are all the stories, which I kind of was like, all of Hogan's inner monologue is going, all these guys are jealous of me. They all want to kill me. It's bleeding into his storylines. He says he has some mentholatum on his finger.
Around this time, Linda also has a chapter about Make-A-Wish.
Oh, boy.
He has some mentholatum on his finger. I was supposed to stick it in my eye. And yes, I rewatched this one again. And I hadn't watched it in a long time. And I was like, does he reach for his eye at some point? He's supposed to stick it in his eye. It's going to make him cry after Andre rips off his crucifix. I tried to stick the stuff in my eye. This is weird. But I was too scared. So I missed my eye and hit my eyebrow instead. I never did get any of that mentholatum in my eye. What? Why was he scared? Because it's going to burn?
Yeah.
Permanently hurt his eye or something.
Well, don't put it in your eye. You put it under your eye. Maybe that. Vince explained it to him. Hogan's dumb, and he's like, he wants me to put this stuff in my eye? That would hurt. And then he scared. He says that's why he missed. And he hits his eyebrow, which makes him seem even dumber. Vince is watching and going, God damn it, he can't even fucking put something on his... What the fuck? What a doof. But then Hogan goes, well, guess what? The tears started to come out even without the mentholatum.
His love for Christ was so pure.
I didn't expect that to happen. This is going to rattle around in my brain for a while, this little sentence here. It's a weird thing to have your cross ripped off. Is it? I don't know. It's a weird thing to have your cross ripped off.
I remember I was probably like 12, and I had this fake gold chain with a hockey stick on the end of it that I was wearing. And I had it wrapped around my knee, like as I was lying on the couch. And I stood up, and it tore it in half.
Oh, yeah. Did you cry?
No more bling. I did not cry.
I thought you were going to say you had a puka shell necklace or something. I thought that's where that was going.
Not yet. This was before that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you broke that necklace. You went, hey, time for an upgrade.
Believe me, I had my chain wallet, and I had,
Oh boy.
my Jinkos.
When those were getting popular, I just thought, what if the chain gets caught on something, rips your pants right off?
I don't know.
That's where my mind went. I guess but it's supposed to stop people. They grab your wallet and they go, "Oh my God, there's a chain connected to this thing." You got me. Maybe that speaks to the kind of pants that I was wearing. I was like, these pants will rip right off if somebody yanks hard enough. These very poor jeans. So he goes. It's going to be Andre and Hogan, and it's the whole thing. He's going to go to Vince. He wants to know what the finish is. Vince says, "I'm not sure yet." Some guys. So he's saying Vince is talking to everybody, right? Not just Hogan and Andre. He wants everybody's opinion. Some guys were saying, "Who do you think these people are?" Blackjack Alonzo. The Giants never been beaten. Other guys were.
Nobody. Listen, he was losing to everybody.
I know.
He went to Mexico. He went to Japan.
Connect had body slammed him in Tijuana.
Yeah.
You could give him $5 outside the arena. He'd let you do it.
For a 12-pack of wine.
Yeah, the French stuff, the hard French stuff. Some guys were saying the Giants never been beaten. Other guys were saying the Hulk should beat the Giant. Some guys were saying Andre's too old and Hulk's the up-and-coming star. And still other guys were saying Hulk doesn't deserve to beat Andre. I didn't expect Vince to make up his mind until the 11th hour. Finally, at almost 12 o'clock the night before WrestleMania. Does Hulk Hogan think 11th hour is a literal?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to win the match. But now Vince has to tell Andre, and he wants to give Andre. He's going to go, Andre, you're losing, but look, this is what it'll look like. And he's going to give him this yellow pad of legal paper. And he's jotted down was Hulk Hogan has laid out the entire match step by step. So Andre says yes, and he says the crazy idea he had for the match was I wanted to body slam Andre. He goes, I had body slammed Andre back in 1980, but he weighed a lot more now. He was so big that his crotch was the same height as the middle of my chest. He body slams Andre.
I was trying to find the source because I thought it might have been this book of the Hogan lie about partying with John Belushi.
Mm-hmm.
Because when it's quoted, it's always stated as being after WrestleMania 2, which was in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, is 4 years after Belushi was dead.
Mm-hmm.
I found a source of him saying it on Theo Von, where he a year and a half ago, and he says, I remember I used to tease John Belushi because we'd jump on a plane Friday night out of JFK. I'd jump on the Pan Am to go to LA and we'd land. I'd say, all right, brother, I'll see you Monday. He was on the flight back Monday morning, and I'd be on. He'd see me and be like, oh man, this bleeping traveling. And I said, since you got here Friday night, bro, I've already been to New York and back once. I had to fly back and wrestle at the Capitol Center. I've been back since you were here wrestling for 48 hours. I made the trip there and back again. He goes, no, you didn't. I go, I swear to God I did, bro. He goes, you're out of your mind. I said, well, but that's the part I hated, was the traveling. So this happened in 82? He was with Vern?
I guess so. Well,
Going from LA to New York all those times.
what? I was watching him talk to some, I don't even know who these people were, two young guys. And them just nodding along as he's just rambling on. It was just like, what? Who's watching?
Those are interesting podcasts, yeah.
Who's listening to this? Who's listening to this? But who's listening to that?
Hey.
It's Hogan just rambling and not being stopped,
What did you think of Bill Murray's little bit on Rogan?
I didn't see it. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't sat down and watched it.
Okay.
Did he talk about anything interesting?
But you didn't hear, like, he kind of did a bit where he tells Rogan he doesn't know who he is or how podcasts work, but he's very deadpan about it. And he goes, "You're into fitness, right?"
That's funny. That's funny. I like that.
He's like, "Are we allowed to swear on here?"
Hogan body slams Andre. I tore my back out. And now if you look at me, I got a big hole in my back muscle where it tore right in half that night. He says about slamming Andre, it was something that happened once and will never happen again. Pretty sure it happens again.
Warrior does it.
Andre would have fallen on me. Look, he's like, if this didn't work out, if I couldn't body slam him, Andre would have fallen on me and probably killed me. I had him up so high, he would have crushed me to death. This is where I wrote, who's reading this? Honey! Local promoter from the Silverdome, the local promoter of the Silverdome, recommended that we cancel the date. And Mr. McMahon asked why. Because the Rolling Stones are going to be here the week before you, and the Pope is going to be here the week after. There isn't enough money in the marketplace for people to buy tickets to all the events. It's like the poor rock and roll Catholic wrestling fan. Like, God, how do I budget this out? The Pope, WrestleMania, the Rolling Stones. Oh damn. Vince rolled the dice. We're not canceling. Hogan writes, the Stones came in and sold 88,000 tickets. Not bad, he writes. Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan. We drew almost 94,000. Well, the Pope, God bless him. I see Hogan. He's been, God bless him. He only filled 80,000 seats, but that's okay. He was preaching the gospel in the ring that day anyway, so whoever came got their dose.
So the Hulk is pretty...
Sorry. I'm looking up the Pontiac Silverdome timeline here because this is dubious.
Do you want to do another chapter? It's the longish one.
We could.
It's about I don't know, what is it about? It says Hulkamania runs wild on TV, and it's just like his various appearances.
Yeah, that one will be annoying. Fuck it, we're good.
Okay, we'll do it next week.
We're beating down men.
Well, I know we're not even to WrestleMania 6 yet. Holy mackerel! Like I said, this and we did a decent 50-page chunk there, and that's just nothing happens.
Yeah,
it's a fucking crawl. But at the same time, when we were in Brett's book, and he was like, page 300, I'm still in Calgary. I'm 15 years old. It's like, holy shit.
See, we can go back and read all those great Brett quotes.
Oh my god! I have to
and read Gus. The beastie stuff.
Okay, so yeah, Ben Peller would be the revelation, which Larry predicted. The twist in that book that Larry predicted.
Oh, I forgot about the woman being the man. Yeah,
you predicted that. And
Scary.
and then let's see. The takeaway from Larry Nelson would be Road Warrior Hawk in an airport, just admitting to a list of sex crimes. Larry, and then Larry's fascination with wanting to kill every man that is dating a crush of his or married to a crush of his, like fantasizing about their deaths. Then what would it be? Then we have.
I had looked up a YouTube video a while back where Larry tells a story about Sherry flashing him during an interview.
I cannot believe he did not write about that.
I know.
That's something that he would have that's in his head forever, just constantly. Like that's in the bank. Wait, Larry Nellis. What do we do? Brett. Yeah, Brett's book. We found out that he's everyone's favorite wrestler.
Sophie.
Squishy.
You can play some audio.
Oh God, yeah, Sophie's journal. Yo, I forgot about. We could play a clip of Sean answering a question and just completely.
I am gonna try to do Omar talking to Larry the Can Man.
God, yeah. What else have we done? Mick Foley's a little pervert. God bless him. Triple H's intakes. Jesse, just asking questions. I was just talking about the Lyme disease thing the other day with somebody. I was like, "Did you know that the government created Lyme disease?" They looked at me like I was an insane person. Oh man, Steve Kern's book.
Yes.
Which we just pleasantly remind. There's nothing where we're like, "Oh, remember that Steve guy?"
Yeah. Drunken Eddie Graham flying his airplane.
That's right. Steve. The problem was getting worse.
Mike Graham being a scumbag.
Pretty much. I know that's us cheering, full-throated cheers for him going, you know what? Eddie Graham was a piece of shit. What the fuck? 2 points. He has some decent ribs in that book.
The next book is mine.
Yeah. Is it?
I might do a Dusty book. What do you think about that?
Okay. I'm trying to think. Vince Russo. My God, it's still. I feel like PTSD with Russo. Like it's too soon. I can't go back.
Hey, Russo said when he turns 65, he's done watching TV.
Amy's finally put the line in the sand.
He's got 11 months left.
Oh my God, I'm looking now at those little thumbnails. Okay, self-help. I forget about Al Snow all the time. How do I forget Al Snow? Other than Peter Vince McMahon, too. You forget Al Snow. Fucking hell, Al Snow. That fucking show we watched.
Reflections of Wrestling's American Dream. 2005.
Oh shit.
So he wrote it when he was in TNA.
Oh man.
So this is when he had not mended the...
Yeah.
Listen to this. Foreword by George Steinbrenner.
What? I think baseball players shouldn't have beards, and I hope they never, ever change that. There's just one problem. Gewurts.
Yeah.
Man, we've done a lot. This is all... I think we're worse. This has really fucked our heads up. I sometimes worry that I'm become a worse writer because I've like the Russo stuff has like soaked my brain. I'm worried about it. Gus, how you doing?
I was just watching. I think it was in the hospital.
Yeah.
Just watching the closed captions on YouTube videos, just scrolling, and Who were you just talking about? Sorry, I'm losing my train of
No,
thought.
I was just like, now that you're saying, I was saying, Gus, how are you? But clearly,
Before that.
oh, Brian Gewirtz.
Yes. No, so it was Russo. It was a Russo shoot interview.
Oh,
And he's talking about, bro, I had the idea for The Rock for like 7 months, but I was a big Don Morocco mock. And I didn't want to disrespect Don the Rock Morocco.
what?
So he thinks calling Rocky The Rock was like a real...
Is that like a piece of creative?
Yes.
Is that what that counts as?
He thought shortening his name as a nickname would be an interesting take on it.
What?
He'd had that idea just written down for 7 months. Instead of Rocky, Rock.
I wish I could reach out to Don Morocco and know if it's okay. Maybe I could get a hold of his family.
Like when DDP gave Orton the blessing,
Oh, my
VW
God.
to...
Or like when Michelle McCool had an LFG contestant. The acting in that clip that getting
And we got Undertaker's shocked face in the thumbnail.
Been in this business for 2 cups of coffee. You want to use my Hell's Gate?
Honey, you just can't have people going around doing go-go bladders.
That move that I've used 7 times.
Yeah. Because I'm a shooter. When that's such a bad turn. When the Undertaker starts wearing
Well,
the MMA gloves and starts doing that kind of stuff, that's horrible.
remember that douchey interview? It gets like so buried now. People should bring it back, but they love Undertaker, so they won't. When he was at Lesnar's fight and they're interviewing him, and they're like, "If this was around when you were in your prime, safe to say you'd be doing this instead of wrestling." He's like, "Yeah, that's safe to say."
I remember that, yeah.
And then Lesnar walks by and he has that beef with him.
Oh my God.
It's like, brother, you were always injured.
Can you imagine him getting into the cage? His fucking legs, just fucking.
Ludwig Borga would have worked him at UFC too.
I just picture somebody grabbing one of those spindly little legs of his
Yeah.
and just fucking cracking it. This is all legs with a soft midsection. He's like shadow boxing before he starts. It's kind of like what's that CM Punk fight with I think it's like Mickey. Well, what's this guy's name? Mickey Gall. I can't remember the guy's name now.
Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall. And that guy just absolutely just comes at him. Punk's like, no!
I'm supposed to punch you.
Yeah. You're supposed to...
Don't you see I'm being aggressive?
I'm going to back you up in the corner. I hit the knee. Oh, my God. Look. We're clearly all more now unhealthy because of these books. I'm blaming the books.
Yeah.
We're beaten up.
We're in worse shape than Dean Hart when he's standing in front of the furnace.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not doing his kidney dialysis.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I don't know. I didn't know where that was going. Was Dean in the short story that I wrote? Or was that the different one?
Smith was, because Smith had shit out in the yard.
Smith was the one that wasn't right? That Brett was always like, something's wrong with that boy. It's whatever.
Really go through his wallet and shit.
Yeah, it's whatever that one is. Whatever that one. The one that's broken inside.
Yeah. He was the one still living at Hard House after.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. The fucking thing where Brett's like, well, no one made any money on that show. He's like,
was in the Dominican.
Yeah, but he's like, but then my brother left. I wonder if he has the money. He's like, Brett, are you really this fucking dumb? Fucking hell. Have we learned anything? Is this stuff for the 100? Have we learned anything?
Oh boy.
Gus, are you smarter now for doing this?
No.
Do you hate wrestling more or do you love it more?
I'm just
Yeah, what
numb.
could be something we could do that would make us love it more? How about Bill Watts' book,
That's not
The
gonna make
Cowboy
it.
and the Cross?
I thought you were gonna
I
say.
would love to ride with the
I
cowboy.
thought you were gonna say, what could make somebody that reviews us make them think that we love this and not that we're haters?
The Cowboy and the Cross is just, that's a title that's gonna take you a place.
What if we just read an excerpt of some other book we haven't read yet or something for the 100th, but we do it as if people that just really love the WWE and really love pro wrestling, and we read it and we're just like, God, that's great. That's terrific.
If Bill Watts talks about the Ted DiBiase Ric Flair angle, I'll read that.
What if it's just like
'Cause
the
that's
Turner
me.
Diaries or something?
The Ted Turner Diaries.
What if Bill Watts, it's you read it, you crack it open, and you're like, ew, this isn't good. I don't know. Did he write? He wrote a book, Bill Watts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboy and
The
the
Cowboy
Cross.
and the Cross, right? We talked.
Yeah.
Is that him on the front there?
Oh, I'm sure. it
Yeah,
is.
he's the cowboy.
Well, I just usually see him, the older him. Wait a minute, hold on. What?
What?
Carrying Cross has a book.
Oh, Lord.
Because when I typed in Bill Watts book, this came up too. ECW Press, a Canadian indie book publisher. We know.
Publish anybody.
Life is Fighting by Kevin Robert Kesar, WWE superstar Carrying Cross.
Oh
It looks
my
like it's like
gosh.
a what? Carrying Cross. Carrying Cross's physique, a hulking 6'4", 265 pounds, and the unbridled intensity in his eyes is enough on its own to inspire fear in opponents. Factor in his unique combination of precision and abject ruthlessness, and it becomes clear that anyone stepping in the ring is in immediate danger. A master of catch wrestling and sambo, Cross has done battle around the world. He's got to be one of the slower wrestlers I've ever seen in the ring.
He's a master of catch and sambo.
He boasts an array of devastating suplexes. What?
Who is this?
Who
This is Carrying Cross. I don't think.
Oh.
But it doesn't make sense because I've seen him wrestle, and none of this is adding up, including his dreaded Doomsday Saito. If that's not enough, he's more than happy to put opponents to sleep with the Cross jacket. Okay, that's one whole paragraph for the description. It's just him describing his wrestling character. He's got a Louis Vuitton belt in the photo. For all his menacing exterior, the human being behind the character, whose real name is Kevin Kesar, is a soft-spoken, highly thoughtful individual with a powerful story. Recognized by peers for his exceptional love for his profession, Kesar endured numerous setbacks on the way to achieving his dream, along with his wife Elizabeth, known in the WWE as Scarlett. He has repeatedly found the fortitude to bounce back stronger personally and professionally. This book is full of fascinating stories, heartache, humor. Oh, this is coming out in August. Pre-order now.
Oh, Jesus.
And even some advice for
I
those.
was going to say, I don't really, other than Becky Lynch, have they done a book?
Oh, you know that he's. I mean, yeah, this is not published by the WWE. This is on his own. Vince would never have allowed this. You know he's bothering people right now going, I've got a book coming out. We really need to take advantage of that. Readers will be immersed into Kesar's unique mindset as he pulls back the curtain on what the journey and the fight to the top of sports entertainment is really like. You can talk about when Vince fired him. Or made him wear the mask. What the fuck happened there? Made him wear the mask, then fired him. Or whatever the fuck happened.
And took the woman away from him.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. Bill Watts. Not a fan of his body.
That's how wrestlers used to. Those are the beer bellies that Hogan got flooded out of the business.
His thighs and his torso ratio.
I also was watching a Taker video with Chris Van Vliet, and who's the most underrated wrestler? Well, who'd he say?
Chris Van Vliet or whatever.
No, Taker.
Oh, but he was in an interview with that guy.
Yeah.
And he said, "Who's Undertaker thinks is the most underrated?"
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
No, let me get. Oh shit! Fuck. Triple H.
JBL.
Is he underrated or properly rated?
He does get more love than I thought he would living through it.
Having lived through it.
Yeah.
It is, it's funny that kind of like Chris Jericho gets like a lot of hate from I'd say like what, the online community. Who cares? Or what would you say? What segment of the population hates Jericho?
The IWC.
The IWC is I'm turning into Edge. I don't think it's everybody though, so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like a certain segment of like the people online.
No, there were weirdos after that last match. They were like, "We should appreciate him."
Yeah, but it's just
that
like
was the blue sky crowd.
Some of it I think is tied up in like his politics a little bit. But then, like, how many other wrestlers? It's like nobody's like going, I can't watch WWE. This Undertaker guy, his politics don't line up. Is this purely because Jericho's wife was at the thing? Because
that's a little different.
Because Jericho's wife was at January 6th, so then people are like a little bit touchier about it. Like, yeah. Well, we don't. Hey, maybe Michelle McCool was there. We don't know.
He also thinks he was abducted by aliens.
The Undertaker?
No, Chris Jericho.
Oh. What'd they ask him about, Jim Cornette?
No, he said he had a time lapse moment or something like that.
Interesting.
Oh, the Cowboy! Wow. Yeah, I think Jim Ross said the Cowboy is still like well and just living his life.
Can he click a StreamYard link?
No.
I want to ask him about Trump.
You're gonna ask him about
Don't do that to the
You're
Cowboy.
gonna ask him about DEI? Be like, can you imagine that those wrestling aggregator websites? Cowboy Bill Watts likes Doge. Cool. What a
Told him to get rid of the mats to save them money.
Bill, if you were
he's all about tricking us.
I like this one. Like, I got the perfect Bill. If you were wrestling Doge in the WWE right now, who you firing? Who's a DEI hire in WWE, Mr. Watts? Oh man, does he like Paul's booking? Does he like The Rock? Bill, do you like The Rock? The final boss. Keep correcting him. I think you're talking about the final boss.
I'm sure either him or the High Chief or Rocky Johnson probably cross paths at some point.
Can we get him on record about, like, what if he's like, you know who I like? That Tony Khan fella. Got the good promotion down there.
So the Pope came to the Silver Dome in September of '87.
There you go.
Not the week after. And I'm here to tell you that the Stones did not play the Silver Dome in '87.
Is
89.
there a way to contact Bill Watts? Hey, has Michael Jan accepted your friend request yet?
I don't think he has. But I keep seeing his updates.
Damn. So we can't get Michael Jan on because the only way to contact him is, I guess I would be willing to call the publisher people and be like, do you have his like contact info for an interview or an email?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I haven't sent him a message though. I'll send him a message tomorrow.
Okay. I want to also get a hold of Bill Watts now. Maybe that's what we can get for our 100th episode.
That's not gonna happen.
Look at him. There's no way he won't.
He's enjoying an early bird
Yeah,
special and then coming home and putting his feet up.
let's not anger up the blood.
Haven't talked about the business in a good number of years, boys.
Is this at like a home? Where is this? Can we call this place and be like, "Hey, is Bill there?"
William Watts.
Will you throw William on the phone? I'm his grandson.
Eric Watts Jr.
No, I explained to him. Okay, I'm gonna send you can you set up a laptop for him and click a link if I send it to you and just put him in front of it? Hi, Grandpa. Hi. We're waving at him. It's us. You think he's like, oh, okay. We just have some questions about book literature.
What do you think about all these 3-pointers in basketball, Bill?
The game changed. Bill, did you like Kofi Mania?
Game died with the shot clock. And the NFL was better with the leather helmets.
Bill Watts would have booked Kofi Mania. He would have booked that.
Oh, of course he would.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, Kofi's not really a draw. So would he have?
He'd have pushed Big E.
Yes, that's right. Big E Mania. Because, I mean, if he had a problem with Sean, Kofi's not making the cut.
That's true. Yeah. That sunken in chest, boy.
Yes. And then everyone's going to be like, wow, he said boy a certain way there. It's making me uncomfortable. Oh, man. Fucking hell. We got to get Bill Watts. Now this is like my... How do we do it? Do you think Dave's got his contact information?
Pick a book according to a gettable guest. I can do that, too.
Well, I mean, who's the gettable guest?
Because I bet we could get Just Incredible's book. And I know we could book him as a guest.
Isn't he on Vince Russo's thing now being weird? Does he get paid for that? That's one of the questions. Does Vince Russo
no one gets paid for Vince Russo things.
I'm getting a... Oh, my God. Oh, that's Eric Watts. It scared me.
Just a Dream to Just Incredible with Kenny Casanova.
Is Eric Watts on YouTube? Look at this picture. Look at this thumbnail of Eric Watts. I got scared. I thought this was Bill Watts. And he had gone through some kind of phase. And I was like, oh. But it's just Eric Watts.
Yeah, well, he's kind of going through a phase, too.
Okay. He looks like Kevin Sullivan.
Remember when your son tried to kill himself and then still wrestled on a TNA pay-per-view? I think Bill said he was disappointed in him at the time. I think he did say something crass.
Well, that is disappointing, right? Can't feel good as a father.
Eric's got a lot of demons.
So many of these thumbnails, I think Eric or old Bill Watts look like Kevin Sullivan.
I bet Eric would talk about Dad.
Does he have a book? That's all I ask now when I see a wrestler. Does he have a book?
What about Earl Hebner, the official story?
Oh God.
The official.
I bet there's some. If he talks about his like child or something, there's got to be some weird shit. There's gonna be something
Jesse Cressa is one dirty bitch.
What?
Get her
Who?
ODB.
Oh, ODB. Okay. Earl Hebner. What possibly? I gotta ask Earl Hebner what his steakhouse order is. Or Eric Watts.
We're done. We're spiraling.
That's okay.
This is the best part of the week. I want everyone to know that.
Oh, look at that. I agree, Gus.
As I lay dying.
You were like, oh no.
I got a cast tomorrow. Get me out of here.
Yeah. We're going to cast through it. All right. Bye.